When did ancient humans start using names? Imagine you're living 50,000 years ago. You've spent every second of your life with these 12 people. You know the exact way the woman to your left breathes when she's tired. You know the man to your right has a scar on his shin from a narrow miss with a cave lion. You know them better than you know yourself. But here's the weird part. You don't have a name for them, and they don't have one for you. When you want the woman's attention, you grunt, you point, you mimic the sound of the stone hitting the flint. You are just you, and she is just her. Today, your name is your identity. It's on your birth certificate, your social media, and your coffee cup. But for 99% of human history, names didn't exist. So how did we go from being the person who carries the spear to John or Sarah? And what happened to our brains the moment we started labeling each other? Today, we're looking at the secret history of the most important word you'll ever hear, your own name. The before times, grunts and gestures. To understand when names started, we have to look at how we talked before speech. In a small tribe, you don't actually need a name. If there are only 10 of you, "Hey you" works pretty well. Anthropologists believe early humans likely used descriptive reference. Instead of a name, you had a description. You weren't Leo, you were the one who runs fast. You weren't Mary, you were the one who found the honey. This is how many social animals operate today. Dolphins have signature whistles that act like names. And some primates use specific alarm calls that identify who is calling. But for humans, something changed. Our tribes got bigger. The cognitive leap, the gossip engine. As we've seen in our look at life with no jobs, ancient humans eventually started living in larger groups. Once your social circle grows past 15 or 20 people, the one who runs fast isn't specific enough anymore. Because now, there are 3 people who run fast. This is where the gossip theory comes in. To survive, ancient humans needed to track social debt. Who shared their meat last week? Who ran away when the predator attacked? You can't effectively talk about someone behind their back if you don't have a specific tag for them. Names weren't invented for poetry, they were invented for accountability. Names allowed us to build a reputation that could travel further than our own voices. If I tell a neighboring tribe that Stonehand is a great toolmaker, I've just created the world's first brand. The weird detail, the first recorded name. Here is the weird historical detail that changes how you look at history. We often think the first recorded name in history would be a king, a great warrior, or a prophet. It wasn't. The oldest name we have on record comes from a 50000-year-old Mesopotamian clay tablet. It's a receipt for barley, and the name? Kushum. Kushum wasn't a hero, he was an accountant. This tells us everything. Names became permanent the moment we started owning things. Just like we explored in our video about do wild animals know when a human is helping them? Names were the first step toward individual ownership. This barley belongs to Kushum. Before names, everything was ours. After names, things started becoming mine. The psychology, does your name change you? Once we had names, our brains changed. Psychologists call it the name-letter effect. We are subconsciously drawn to things that share the letters of our names. It's a level of self-obsession that ancient humans, who lived in communal bliss, simply didn't have. By giving ourselves names, we separated ourselves from the natural world. We weren't just another animal in the forest anymore. We were individuals with a past, a reputation, and a legacy that could outlive our bodies. The power of a word. So, when did we start using names? It likely began as a whisper in the savannah 70,000 years ago, a specific grunt for a specific friend, and ended with a clay tablet in the hands of an accountant named Kushim. The next time someone calls your name in a crowded room and you instantly turn around, remember, that reflex is a piece of ancient technology. It's the tool that allowed us to build tribes, trade goods, and eventually tell the story of who we are. You aren't just a body in the grass anymore. You have a name, and that changed everything. Human blueprint, and this is why you are history.